houses. So this is a matter that touches on the Constitution. It's a matter that touches on the rights of the media houses under Article 34. It's also a matter which touches actually on the proper implementation of our Constitution, in which the media plays a very critical role. And therefore, when we see what is happening, it becomes a legitimate concern of the Senate, of Parliament, and of the citizenry and the inhabitants of Kenya. And that the issue of information is very, very important, as you all know. And I am a Christian, and the prophet, I thought it was Prophet Amos said, and therefore if the people of Kenya cannot have information, cannot have knowledge, they'll be destroyed. The implementation of the Constitution will be destroyed. And therefore that's why we are concerned that the problems that are now bedeviling you, we must find a very, very urgent solution.
We have asked now, because we lost a month from the time the first license was cancelled. We lost a month. We had asked until the April 30th to migrate. We would like the migration date, if the houses could actually pass a resolution to say, let's set this for May 30th, because we have actually lost a month. This will accord us a time to have the transmitters in place and the set-top boxes. The pay television operators are content aggregators. They get content from here to here, they put it together, they package it and sell to the people. They don't spend any money producing any content. So it's a very cheap way of doing things. Now, with being told that the content of these 3 media houses, which is by far the richest content we have in this particular market, you can also get that one instead and send it as part of your bouquet. These guys will be smiling all the way to the bank. Our fear is this: if they reach a threshold of 1 million set of boxes, they don't really need to hustle so much to get 2 million boxes to the wananchi or 3 million boxes to the wananchi, because their subscriptions from those subscribers is sufficient for them to run the business.
This digital migration infrastructure we're building, we welcomed, and there are other media houses, including K24, including CAS TV, including Family TV, who expressed interest to join our consortium, and we have told them this, when we went to court, it's not because we were the 3 media houses, but it was more convenient at that time to go as 3 media houses, but the rest of the media owners were part of the consortium.
It looks like we as private companies are the ones who have taken the responsibility of the government to oversee the migration. Because migration from analog to digital worldwide is the responsibility of the government, each of the governments. In any other country in Europe and Americas, the governments have taken responsibility to make sure that their citizens migrate. Our responsibility is only to put the signal on air, come and collect news from you, go and edit them, put them on there, and the boxes and so on is the responsibility of the government to see that Mwananchi has those boxes. We are now going to borrow money from banks just because we are seeing it as our business, to be able to sell it to Mwananchi, to continue watching, but actually it's the responsibility of the government to be doing that.
The move towards a cash-light economy has seen financial institutions jostle to get a share of the 218 billion shillings of the transport sector, following a directive by the National Transport and Safety Authority for all matatu payments to go cashless. Banks have been camping at various terminals trying to snap up new customers. Equity Bank first launched a prepaid card with Google dubbed Beba Pay back in 2013, but the partnership looks to have gone under the bank's latest move. Equity will now team up with global payment solution provider MasterCard to launch a new card targeted at commuters. The cashless fare system is expected to curb erratic increases in fares and enable Kenya Revenue Authority collect taxes from the industry. Cooperative Bank, KCB, Equity and Family Bank are among the banks that have taken an interest in PSV payments, angling for a share of 2.1 billion shillings in expected commissions. The process has, however, had teething challenges, with the national rollout having been postponed twice. NTSA, however, expects Matatu payments to go completely cashless by May. Equity Bank CEO Dr. James Mwangi, while explaining the features of the MasterCard contactless technology, noted that it will help reduce revenue leakages and at the same time it will accord commuters utmost convenience. The card will offer consumers a tap-and-go option ideal for environments where speed and convenience matters most. Equity Bank is targeting a 96% transition to a cashless ecosystem for its customers. The transition will also be anchored on the bank's ongoing plans to commercially unveil its mobile virtual network operations in coming months. Abi Agina, KTN.
Kenyan football leadership lies in the hands of Sports Secretary Hassan Wario. This after Football Kenya Federation FKF and the Kenyan Premier League Limited KPL failed to agree on the composition of the top-tier league. Kenya is now facing the reality of having a parallel league and a FIFA ban should the government step in to create order. KTN senior sports reporter Hassan Juma with the details.
All eyes are now on the Sports Cabinet Secretary Hassan Wario and the World Governing Body FIFA following the breakdown of talks between the Kenya Premier League Limited and Football Kenya Federation. The National Association seemed to cede ground on most of the issues KPL wanted, including financing the expanded league. However, KPL remained unmoved and chose to defend their contractual agreement with SuperSport that does not allow for an expanded league.
We have been saying all that through that we have contractual obligations which we must honor, which the change to an 18-team amounts to breaking or breaching those obligations.
The talks that began early on Wednesday continued for the better part of the day, with members forming small groups to broker a truce. And at the end of it all, the proverbial white smoke did not show signs of appearing. KPL insisted that they understand the repercussions of having a parallel league, but it's a road they are prepared to take.
You know, we've been running a 16-league team, and we don't know where the elephant of 18 came from.
Mathare United and Kenya Premier League member Bob Monroe left the meeting in a half, with FKF not budging on the 18-team league.
I have full confidence in my colleagues and in my chairman to present the KPO viewpoint.
FKF will now write a report to the Sports Ministry and the World Governing Body FIFA. One of the recommendations is to expel KPL from their ranks and run the FKF Premier League.
They are walked out of FKF, so they are no longer our members. So we will take our own course. We will invoke the FIFA statutes. We will have an FKF Premier League on course.
As it is, KPL's league is set to kick off this Saturday. But FKF repeated its warning to referees of dire consequences should they officiate in the Kenya Premier League. Clubs have been given up to Thursday at 10 in the morning to confirm their participation in the FKF league or be replaced from their setup.
We are giving some of those clubs up to tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, to confirm their participation. To confirm their participation by 10 o'clock tomorrow on our Premier League. Those ones which do not do it by 10 o'clock tomorrow will be replaced, and the league will go on from this weekend, which means we will have new fixtures from this weekend.
The Football Kenya Federation League kicked off last weekend with one match. Hassan Juma, KTN Sports.
Sasa Kim, kuna nini?
This has brought in a passion that we work with, and we'd like to sponsor these young men to be models in the society. We want them to walk with confidence, we want them to focus, and we want them to have discipline, which is the state of the game.
Because of maybe funds or sports utility like balls and wares, sometimes that sport is underutilized. It doesn't pick up. So as a company, Reliable Concrete have come up with the initiative, one, not only to sponsor the school, maybe renovation of the staff room or the reception, but also in terms of wares and also football, the balls, and being the pilot project, we want to see how well it will go.